Hi, my name is Aurora, and I am the owner of alchemyoftruth.blogspot.com, also ourhumandesign.live. And I would like to just give you a brief idea or share my thoughts on what's been going on in the planet right now. In terms of the physical structure that we've been living in, Earth has definitely been on a corrective path. It has been working to radically set things back to the way it's supposed to be in a balanced state. Balance meaning equal light and equal dark. Dark meaning that which you cannot see. Light meaning insightful, clarity, clearing. Physically right now, we're entering the stage where we're going to be questioning ourselves, who we are, where we are going, what we're supposed to be doing. We're going into the self-awareness, self-awakening, as opposed to the awakening of others. And self-awakening has a lot to do with, as I said, who are we, where are we going, what are we supposed to do, and where are we going to go. Now, let me explain something a little bit quickly. I know I've spoken about this before, but I'm going to speak about it again and just explain it a little bit from a different angle. So every time these series of videos will be just about thoughts, really about what has been spoken about, and just reiterating it and bringing in new understanding and new awareness to the subjects that we are already aware of. So, who are we? We are what we are recognized by. I'd like to believe that we are actually the gatekeepers of this earth, that we are the ones that have been given the responsibility to look after the planet and ourselves and each other. Why are we here? We are here to set a balance in motion, but we cannot set the balance in motion for other races to come here to experience their diversity if we're not working to do it for ourselves first. You see, intentionally or initially, the planet was created as a place where people or beings or races would come to experience diversity and learn how to deal through it. But if the environment's not ready to accept that sort of activity, then, what's the point? Then you'll get these guys that'll come here, they'll take over everything, and then before you know it, you're having someone else run the show for you. Now, once we set that intention in place, that we acknowledge ourselves as sacred guardians or gatekeepers of this planet, of this specific earth that we're in, this timeline, this planet, we then go through the awareness of why are we here? To bring balance. What is in it? What is in it for us? What is in it for us is sovereignty. Now, I have actually noticed that the more the stuff's been going on around us, and the more the pressure has been happening, the more of us are actually realizing what sovereignty is. So if you wanted to experience light, you had to be exposed to the darkness, to being in a dark room. Then you'll appreciate the light. Now, where are we going? We are going, and we're on the right track. Whether some of us have not noticed it, and some have, whether the group or the groups have been working very hard to establish a new understanding or a new way of awareness, whether we're going through whatever dimension that people say we are going into, I'm saying to you, you're focusing on where you are right now in your moment. Dimensions that we're going into are merely just indications of layers or levels of awareness or understanding. So, with that in mind, we are on the right track, whether some like it or not. We are going forward. What do we need to do to sustain this, to make sure that it stays this way? We need to speak up. We need to share our story. We need to bring in the positive energy. We need to share it with others. We need to step away or address an imbalance by being non-judgmental, because we've been there before ourselves. What will happen in the future time, which I'm saying time does not really exist either, what will happen further along is there is currently a great shift that is taking place in terms of adjustment. As I've said, the first sentence is we are on a path of correction. The path of correction leads us to re-establish our sacred masculine and sacred feminine energies. Now, I've spoken about this before, but I'll bring it in again in case you didn't get the last one. What is sacred masculine energy and what is sacred feminine energy? First thing you need to do is make everything figurative in your mind. Don't take anything literal. You need to look at things as if it's got a figurative meaning to it, okay? And the way you can do that is if I say to you that you're not what you are in your physical form. You're not just a man. You're not just a woman. You're not just that which you are in. You are beyond that. You are sacred masculine and sacred feminine within an embodiment that is recognized as either male or female. Sacred masculine and sacred feminine principles are the positive, creative forces that allow certain things to take place. So, further narrowing it further down, in simple terms, when two people talk about something very important and they share knowledge, the one person that speaks the most is the person that is the masculine principle, is expressing the masculine principle because he knows more about that particular subject. The person that is in receiving of that information, so student and teacher, right? Now, the student portrays the sacred masculine energy towards the student. The student is portraying the sacred feminine energy, which means he is receiving. Ears are open. The womb of understanding is receiving the seed that is being spoken by the sacred masculine presence or principle. Shoes go, the seed of the word shoes go into your womb. This is your womb. Your mind is your womb. It becomes fertile to the heart. You understand it. You think about it. You've heard the sound of the word shoes, and before you know it, it goes through your heart, and you go and you find shoes. People give you shoes, you buy shoes, or whatever the case may be. But that is just an example, okay? So, that is how creativity also works. That's how creation has worked from the beginning. That is why it says in the beginning the word was God. When the word is God, it means the word that you have never heard before is God at that moment, because it is something that you have considered to be above you. You are placing it above you. Okay? And that is where that very serious line has been altered in such a way so that those who know or claim to know more than we do, unfortunately it started in all these mystery schools and things, and yet I'm not saying that I'm not throwing anything at these mystery schools. I'm saying wherever something is being done in secret, there is a possibility of those who do these things in secret that hold it above others who are unaware of that secret. So if people, you can just look at it when children are on the play at school. To stand in the corner and they talk about something and the other kid doesn't understand or hear it, immediately the self-esteem, the emotional response or the reaction to that particular scenario makes that child feel that he is suddenly not worthy of being in their presence. Do you understand how this works? And this is whoever has come through, whatever has come through with that concept that the Word is God, it is above you. When I'm telling you that our source, that which is not just called God, but that which is uncreated, that which is beyond us, that which is beyond the word God, that which is source for purposes to understand. Source is all together in a balanced, harmonious presence. That is where we go to when we pass away. That is where we return to. So we come from source and we return to source. Aside from all the other interferences where they're trying to steal souls and visit people and nab their souls and put them in this little box and put them in that little box. Aside from that, those are the things where people are interfering with. We're just not going to discuss that because there are plenty of videos about this specific information. The information that I'm sharing with you is something that is inherent in you. So consider this human design in terms of heart and the awareness of how we create. Knowing that we are sacred masculine and sacred feminine in a balanced manner. Next thing that is very important is how are these things, what has been happening with our human species on this planet at this moment, and what has been done to the sacred masculine and sacred feminine aspect. Well, whoever they are, powers that be, or I'm not even going to call them powers that be, but these malevolent beings that come here and shroud their presence in your space, or come with a hidden agenda, rather. This agenda is to desensitize you. It's to cut off your emotional response to your sovereignty. Your sovereignty meaning that you are balanced. Your sovereignty meaning that you are responsible for where you are, for yourself, for who you are and why and what you're doing in your life. The false, fallen mindset that was put into place, it's being spoken about before. You will, if you really want to know more about this, then just open your mind and you'll see. Open your heart and you'll feel it. It's in everything that we go through. There is always going to be a little bit of a sexual element in terms of the woman has to be completely undressed. The man has to be the bully, the man, the muscle guy, this whole presence of energy. These things are above us. We've allowed that to go above us. We've allowed it to put us into. We've allowed it to control us. If we have something that controls us, we've already placed it above us. We've already allowed it to take responsibility for us. If we're going through this whole drama where we're seeing all of this happen, we need to stop, step away, switch it off, cut it off. You feel uncomfortable when you see something like that. Do you not feel uncomfortable seeing anything that is disturbing you like that? Then switch off the TV. Step away. Don't speak to that person. Walk away. we're being continuously challenged by these elements and these things, so that we must actually rape our own feminine energy. We must destroy the sacred masculine energy. What's happening today in this planet is the sacred masculine energy is being turned into a feminine energy, meaning you will not be able to create. You're being forced to accept what they put into your womb. You are not anything more than that. That is their agenda. They want you to do that. They want to put their seed into your mind so that your womb, remember, your mind is your womb. They want to put that in there by whatever you're seeing. And you need to act it out. Before you know it, you do. You wonder, what's that tune that I'm listening to? I'm like, continuously, it's there. That little jingle, ding, ding, ding. It's there. The only way to get out of all of that is to take control of yourself. Now, as I've said, it's going to be okay. Take control of who you are. Become responsible for your actions. Own up to a fault that you have made. Own up to a mistake that you have made. Say, I'm sorry. I forgive you. Do not walk away from the situation. Do not leave things unaddressed. Do not allow things to become something else. It starts within your home, with you. You don't have to go and run and go and do these massive meetings in the desert and charge tickets. We don't have to go and hold these massive TV stations and talk on a microphone. We don't have to do that. We don't have to even go that far. Just, like I said, speak your truth. Talk about the good things. Talk good. Talk about something good. What good has happened with you today? You'll feel things start to change once you start to talk about that, even if it's something small. Even if it was when you saw a little bee flying and you wondered, that's amazing, you actually saw a bee. When you take this in consideration, how little you have to do to take responsibility for yourself, the journey towards sovereignty is actually effortless. It has a lot to do with setting energy within yourself. Mostly you're gonna be dealing with yourself. Granted, there are external factors that come in, but you know what to do. You can actually clear yourself, clear your place, put protection around your home, get black tourmaline with salt around your house, remove the fear. Stop feeling afraid, and that thing or that entity or that alien or whatever it is won't come in. It won't come in here, because that's where it comes in. The womb of understanding. Don't be available for the malevolent seed of whatever negative to get planted into your head. Don't be available for it. Take responsibility for your sacred masculine energy and take responsibility for your sacred feminine energy. Take responsibility for what you listen to and what you speak. That's all. Do good. That's all you need to do, is just do good. I'm hoping these thoughts that I've shared with you helps you in some way. I'm hoping that when you listen to this, that you don't feel that I'm actually attacking you in any way. I am merely connecting with the energy out there and relaying it across as I'm picking it up. So I'm sharing that with you back and letting you know, hey, we're all on the same page. And we're going to go through this. We are getting through this. We need to speak. We need to communicate with each other. We need to connect with each other. It doesn't matter where we are. We must use this internet and its facilities. We're going to be okay. just focus on the moment as we are right now. Thank you.